The song's called Cannonball. I wrote this song several years ago. And quick backstory, a person came to our house and brought me some documentation of one of my ancestors that actually fought in the war between the states. And I took that and I read it. I saw his signature where he signed up in Lexington, South Carolina. And I dug further and all this kind of stuff, found out some cool stuff about him, some of the battles he was in and all that kind of stuff. I found out that he was 16 years old when he enlisted. He was biracial. And kind of the tension in that song is because he doesn't really have a home. It's no one here, no one there. And but he still fought for his country and made it through. I read about him and it spoke to me, and so I wrote this song as a perspective of his eyes. He says, "I'm the son of a forbidden union. Samuel is my name." So that kind of starts out there. It's looking at it from Samuel's eyes and seeing what kind of stuff he would have had to go through. He just struck me as a very interesting character, and I wanted to research it some more. So, but yeah, I wrote it a while back, and it's another one of those tunes that it made its way back in. Like,
well, you recorded this song with a couple of other times. You've made a run at it, made a pass at it. We've made a pass.
We made a pass at it once before on our EP, our first thing we ever put together. We used Cannonball, and before that, I'd recorded it. And it's just funny, it keeps coming back, man, because people apparently really relate to it. I thought when I wrote it, it was just going to be one of those songs that I would like to listen to around a campfire, thinking about it. And it's funny, man. A lot of our fans request that song, and it's kind of like, man, this, I don't know, it's a super cool thing. But I mean, not just for that reason. There's several other reasons it's cool. But
yeah, it was great for me. This I'm a straight bluegrass background first, and then that was my first love, is playing acoustic guitar and bluegrass, and then I got into the country stuff, obviously, by being in Nashville and everything. But this song, like the first time I heard it, I was like, man, that could be a great bluegrass song. And then the way it holds the train beat and everything, and it just fits us. And it's definitely one of those songs where musically it just fits the lyric. I don't know, some songs there's great lyrics and the music, they fit and all, but that song, like, the music married well with the lyric and the music just married together perfectly.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with writing it, but I had a good friend who's really connected in Nashville, and that the whole thing with Vince Gill worked out. They needed a band, didn't want a local band, and worked out for us to get blessed that opportunity to go do that. And then when they invited us to come back, I was like, you know what, guys? I got an idea.
we can't be that bad if he has to.
Yes, I mean, we hung out with Vince, got to be buddies with him. I was like, man, maybe he'll sing. He's got a studio at his house. And maybe he'll just sing parts on a song. I didn't have Cannonball in mind yet, but I started thinking about the songs, and I was like, I think he would dig that song. Vince's bluegrass background as well. And I thought that song would hit him the way it hit me, because the sound of that song, is obviously appeals to like somebody into that kind of stuff. And
right.
And he immediately was like, absolutely, that'd be great.
And it was funny because he actually, I think, had to leave early the second time, even though he had agreed to it. So I remember you going to Amy Grant, and I think, was it Karina was there, his daughter?
I talked to Amy.
Yeah. So they're standing there, and so you're going to leave the files for him, and it's like one of those deals where it's like, we're going to leave the file, he's going to sing, and they're kind of like, sure he did,
Yeah. But he came the next night.
The next night and hung out with us, and they had left it on his console. And then, man, this one that you talking about, nerve-wracking. I know you were sweating. We were all sweating. But like immediately after that happens, he signs that contract with the Eagles. So we were like, well, I don't know what free time this guy's going to have to record with us. I mean, he's Vince Gill, and B, he's singing with the supergroup, the Eagles. So maybe we'll catch him on the next album, boys.
Who knows?
It was cool though, man. I mean, like,
you never know, man.
He did. He helped us out a lot. He didn't any need to do it or whatnot. He was just super cool about it. And he was good
He's
too,
one of
man.
those genuine cats.
Yeah. He's singing the high part on Cannonball, and his voice and your voice they blend well together. They blend brilliantly together.
That's the greatest sentence anyone's ever spoken.
Oh man, I'll be honest, because we got to play with some pretty neat people, from David Allen Coe with his massive, is his name in the history of music, and Hank Williams Jr. and I mean countless others. But there's something special about hearing your tracks and yourself, not just opening for somebody, you know, and on to the next night.
Yeah, Vince is my hero. I mean, he's probably my, as far as other than my family and people like that, he's like probably my biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
So even if nobody else thinks it's cool when they hear it, we
love it.
So anyway, Cannonball, I hope y'all enjoy it.
Sweet Dixieland, and in Dixie is where I